Welcome back to the D3 Introduction Workshop by Georgia Tech. And for step 6, what we're going to do now is use our data to bind circle elements. So instead of showing numbers on our HTML workshop like we had before, we're going to actually add circles. So this will be something close to like a scatter plot. So the first thing we're going to do is change our data because we want it to represent different sizes of circles. So by the end of it, we should have like 3 different size circles in 3 different places depending on what inputs we give it. So we're going to give it 40, 100, and 10. And if you remember from the past steps, the first thing we have to do is create an SVG. So you can go ahead and go to the step 6 file, and then we'll just copy and paste SVG container. And so this is just boilerplate code, we did it before. We're creating an SVG container at the body, and it's going to have a width of 600 and a height of 100. So we'll change that to 600, 600, so it's like a nice square. And the next thing we want to do is create a bunch of circles. So the way we do that is like we did before with the p tag, and we added each element. We're going to do var circles equals SVG container. And in that SVG container we made earlier, we select all circle. And then we're going to give it data like we did before. That's going to be the data dot enter is required, and then dot append circle. So it's going to create a circle for each one, but it'll do that, but we haven't actually specified the different requirements for the circle. So next we're going to create attributes for each one, and to do that we're going to create a new variable called circle attributes equals circles. And circles it's going to be all our circles, that's this variable, but they don't actually have any attributes yet, so that's where we're going to add it. So we're going to say for each attribute it's cx, which is like its x value. It's going to be, we'll say it's going to be the element in the thing, element in the list. So function d, right on this function, we're going to return d. And we're going to have the same thing for function y. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is make a radius. And the radius is also going to be function. So then this will create these circles in different places depending on what number there are. So let's go ahead and look at it. Well, because we have a 600, 600 canvas, we can increase these numbers. So we'll say actually yeah, this is fine. Alright, yeah, and that's what we wanted. So it's going to create the small circle, which is the 10th one at the top left, and it's going to have a radius of 10. And the next one's going to have a radius of 40 and then 100. So you can see all the circles are created. But for the sake of, for clarity, instead of our radius, we're going to have all the circles just be 50. We'll have it be 20. So then it would be a lot easier to see. So we can see that the first one's going to cut off because it's going off the screen. But we have 3 circles created at different places depending on what the numbers are. So that's it for this step. What we did here is use our data to create circles on our HTML file. And this, you can see this will be the stepping stones creating something like a scatter plot, because with the different variables that we have, we can tell it where to go based on what data it represents.